All right, so we up in here on the Shock Exchange, of course, and this is Trump and the GE. And this is CNN's Jake Tapper channels Trump and the GE on presidential debate. And so the debate finally happened last night between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris, and they delivered. They both delivered. Trump delivered his, points on, the economy, inflation, so on and so forth, security, and the border. And Kamala Harris fought back. So I enjoyed the debate. I think Trump won, but CNN, they went crazy. The moderators were clearly pro Kamala, and they fact-checked Trump, never really fact-checked Kamala, so it wasn't really a fair and impartial referee. The proceedings weren't orchestrated by a fair and impartial referee. They were clearly biased towards Kamala, and CNN they OD'd. It was like a pep rally after the debate about how she destroyed Trump. I mean, there was some ridiculous takes. Fan Jones was ridiculous. He said that Kamala spanked Trump, and Chris Wallace was like she pitched a shutout, and on and on and on. And Jake Tapper, who moderated the first debate between Trump, and I think he and Dana Bash moderated the first debate between Trump and Biden, he had this to say. And he was very critical of Trump. He said that she took the fight right to him. She baited him. She baited him on people walking out of his rallies, baited him on whether he's racist or not, and Charlottesville and Central Park 5, so on and so forth. Tapper said his lack of parrying, lack of making Kamala Harris and Biden-Harris record the focus. That he didn't make the Biden-Harris record the focus, and that he didn't really parry a lot of her points. Some of that had to do with the moderators. That hard to make Biden-Harris record the point when she won't answer a question and they don't press her and force her to answer questions. You ask her a question, she can talk in circles. Start talking about global warming, whether 57 Chevy had positive traction, or who shot J.R. Ewing. That's nice information to know, but it had nothing to do with the debate or her record or issues facing the American people. Tapper went on to say that Donald Trump was really on defense, and he and his record were the subject of the debate, not the incumbent leader. So he highly critical of Trump not diverting the debate and the talking and the back and forth back to Kamala's record as vice president, back to the Biden administration's performance in the past 2.5 years. He was very critical of Trump, and he was agreeing with the other panelists that it was a shutout and so on and so forth. Trump and the G, we held Trump and the G. We parsed through the debate right after the debate, and we decided that Trump won the debate. We went through it point by point how he was strong on the major issues facing the American people, on the economy, inflation, the border, and security. He's kept America strong when he was president. He'll do it again once he gets reelected. And how Kamala did not answer questions on the economy. She refused to answer. She refused to answer questions about the border. And today, Jake Tapper had something else to say. He had a totally different stance from the one he had last night. This is what he said today, which is, about the debate. He was critical of Kamala. Let me share my screen.
The debate by punting the first question on the economy.
Do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid. And I am actually the only person who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America.
It went on from there. Despite the economy being the number one issue facing the country, the sitting vice president generally reverted to talking points about a few of her policy proposals. Even Harris allies today are saying that she needs to talk more about what she will do for Americans if elected. Senator Bernie Sanders will be here in a second to talk about but more about the need for her to fill in some of those blanks. On the border, another vulnerable issue for Harris, she also dodged.
Would you have done anything differently from President Biden on this?
So I'm the only person on this stage who has prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings.
Okay, that wasn't the question. When asked how she would break through the Israel-Hamas stalemate, Harris said this.
We need a ceasefire deal, and we need the hostages out. And so we will continue to work around the clock on that.
Okay, but again,
Okay, you see that Jake Tapper had a totally different stance today after watching Trump and the GE. He clearly watches Trump and the global economy. He watched one of our shows on the opiate crisis a while ago and repeated our talking points. So he repeated our talking points verbatim. He watched the show and he changed his stance. Jake Tapper, we really appreciate the attention that you give us. We really do. We know we're the top news organization in the country. We deliver the facts, the evidence, and the truth. And we bring experts on to Trump and the GE, pollsters, economists, investors, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists who deliver real news and commentary, who know this stuff and have been following these matters for decades. We're the best. We know we are. We really appreciate the attention. We appreciate the fact that, you can't help but watch what we do. We know you can't look away. We understand that. We just wish that you would cite the source. We wish you would cite the source, tell the public that you get this information from Trump and the GE. You can't keep pilfering information and not citing the source. We also would like to know why you changed your stance from last night. It's like two different people. That you bragging about, you were criticizing Trump because Kamala put him on the defense the whole night, and she won the debate. His record was on the spotlight, not hers. His record on things like racism in Central Park 5 and tiki torches in Charlottesville was on display. That was the topic of the debate, and not her record on these important matters facing the country. We'd like to know why you changed your stance. We'd also like you to acknowledge Trump and the G, that's where you get your information from. You see from the picture, and on the top front of the video, he's talking to Dana Bash. He's looking at his phone. It's probably what he was doing last night. Today, or right after the debate. He's watching Trump and the GE to hear what we had to say about the debate and about the economy, about these important issues. So again, we really appreciate the attention, Jake Tapper. We just wish you would cite the source and tell the public what we already know, that we're the top news organization on the planet. You're more than welcome to come on the show as well. And we can come on, we'd be happy to come on your show. Be happy to come on CNN. We'd love to have you on Trump and the G so you can share your knowledge about the media and how it's going to affect, how it affects the perception of the president and the presidency, and the perception of how, just how well or poorly the country is doing. So that's Trump and the G. CNN Jake Tapper channels Trump and the GE on presidential debate. Thank you.